Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Dennis Akizuki. I'll be your chairperson for this morning's service. Before we begin, just a reminder, there's no food or drinks in the hondo. Also, please turn off your cell phones or put them on silent. Thank you. Do we have any visitors? Somebody's been here, who's here for the first time? Hello, welcome. Would you mind introducing yourself? Well, welcome. Good. Oh, very good. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming. We will begin this morning's service with Sambujo on page 24 in this large service book, followed by sutra chanting Sanbutsuge 22 in the little Dharma School service book, or 79 in this large service book. Please rise now for the singing of Gatha Hotoke-sama on page 55 in the small Dharma School service book. Please remain standing for the Three Treasures on page 3 in the small Dharma School service book.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Sorry, before that, so we're going to read the Three Treasures. I'm sorry, please remain reading for the Three Treasures, which is page on 3 on this service book. Okay? So when you read the unism part, so there's a line, a third line, called saying a spirit of universal brotherhood. So please replace the brotherhood with the oneness when you read. Okay? How is it to be born into human life? Now we live in it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One? Now you hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there shall be free from the suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us fervently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of your light enlightenment, and awaken ourselves the spring well. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together submerge in the depth of doctrine and gaze with the vis-a-vis ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in the true accord, your life or harmony, in a spirit of universal oneness, free from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, hard to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear it and receive it. Let us solely understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Please join me in Kansho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Okay, thank you. Please be seated.
And now Rinban Sakamoto is going to introduce our guest speaker.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's service. It's good to see all of you. And to those of you who are joining us online, welcome. Whenever you're watching, whether it's later on today or with us at this time, it's good to have you here participating in this morning's service. We're very fortunate to have with us as our speaker, Reverend Sasaki, who is currently in our IMOP program, which is a International Ministers Orientation Program, which we are, the Buddhist Church of America is responsible for providing an orientation program to ministers who are coming here to the West. And these are usually young ministers who are just graduated and completed their training and come to the BCA to spend about a month to 6 weeks. I think it used to be longer before, but many of the students who come to this IMOP program. They spend about a month here, and then they'll go on back to Japan and decide where they'd like to go, whether it's to Canada or to BCA or to the Hawaii Kyolan. And some have gone on to do their ministry in South America. But Reverend Sasaki, we're very fortunate to have Reverend Sasaki here with us this morning. He'll introduce to you himself more thoroughly. But one of the things that I'd like to point out, that Reverend Sasaki is a shikyo. Sorry, gomenasai, shikyo. It is a rank that he is recognized for being a scholar of Jodo Shinshu. The rank of Kangaku is a rank that the Honganji relies upon, the individuals who are Kangaku relies upon a evaluation or understanding of the teachings of Jodo Shinshu. And the Shikyo is one rank just below that. And since he joins us today, we're very fortunate. He is an instructor at Ryukoku University. He spends most of his time in Kyoto, but his home is in Shiga, which is on the shores of the Biwako, the Biwa lake, just, I guess it's north or west, north of Kyoto. So please enjoy the Dharma talk by Sasaki Sensei this morning.
Thank you for attending this service. I wish to express my gratitude the Rinban Sakamoto sensei and Reverend Mikame sensei of the San Jose Betsuin. And I am truly grateful and delighted to spend this time with you all. Let me introduce my family first. Our family lives in Kyoto on weekdays, consisting my wife Mari and our son Eiki and myself. On weekends, I serve as the head priest at the ancestral temple where my parents reside. My temple is on the shore of Lake Biwa. If you come to Nishi Honganji Temple in Kyoto, you can reach my temple about 1 hour by car from there. Since it's close, please come and visit us. We would be delighted to have you. Since 2000, we have been visiting Philadelphia every year. At our own expense. It's been more than 20 years now. My son has a physical disability. It is caused by a subdural hematoma, which led to seizure when he was just 100 days old. Mary and I found the Institute for Brain Injured Children in Philadelphia about 20 years ago. And we have been visiting this place every year since then. In Philadelphia, there is a non-profit organization that promotes the growth of healthy children and those with physical disabilities. In addition to children from the United States, they welcome children from all over the world. Fortunately, he has been doing well with their care and program. Our family has been so inspired by the devotion the organization's founder and the staff that we make an effort to visit every year. At first, we struggled with language barriers and difference in customs, but now we have made many friends and feel that it is our second home. As this feeling has grown in me, I began to reflect upon how I might do more to share this Jodo Shinshu teaching that I have studied. I have studied the Jodo Shinshu at Ryukoku University and been a teacher over 30 years upon graduation from graduate school. I teach mainly at Ryukoku University and the Central Buddhist Institute. At Honganji, as a bishop, I am involved in training students. I also translated almost all of the Sutra of the Pure Land and the writings of Shinran Shonin into Japanese. So my wish to meet with Jodo Shinshu Buddhists overseas has grown stronger. One of my dreams is to transcend the language barrier and spread the Jodo Shinshu around the world. I imagine how great it would be if that happened. I wish I could appear at TED. Do you know TED? It's an American TV program, and I hope to be able to introduce the wonderful aspects of Jodo Shinshu on that program. In order to do this, I know I also have to master English, as well as I better work hard. My another dream is to help my son become independent in America. I'd be ready to do anything I can to achieve these two dreams when there is opportunity. This has been a lengthy preface, but today I wish to speak to you on the topic I call Between Reality and Illusion in the Space Shuttle. Have you ever imagined where the boundary is between East and West in this world? Even when looking out from the International Space Station that circled the Earth, you would never be able to find the sign that reads west or east. But the boundary is actually designated. It is a prime meridian that passes through the grounds of the British Royal Greenwich Observatory. Humanity has designated this meridian as a boundary and has called the direction in which the Earth rotates east and the opposite west. Every place on the Earth can be measured or indicated in terms of its distance east or west from this line. Thus, humanity has determined the boundary for our convenience's sake. But in reality, this is an illusion. Now, let me share with you another example. NASA launched the Space Shuttle in 2011 at the final flight of the program. The shuttle is equipped with multiple computers of the same quality. They are backups, but they also perform another important function. These computers check each other to ensure that they operate correctly. In addition, they calculate the most accurate data by comparing the results each of them shows. Simply put, they decide the final result by a majority vote. What do they have to check each other? The space shuttle moves in an orbit with maintaining a certain distance from the Earth. If it goes too close to the Earth, the shuttle will crash from being pulled by gravity. On the other hand, if it gets too far away, it will be drawn into the space and not be able to return to the Earth. That's why the computers have to constantly calculate and compare the results to position the shuttle as accurately as possible. Each computer uses multiple sensors independently to measure the distance from the Earth and presents the result in numerical figures. Oddly enough, even among the computers of exactly the same quality, their results vary slightly. Do you know why? Computers calculate the results based on a standard, such as direction or numerals, which humanity invented for our convenience. The human-made criteria can work as a guideline to a certain degree, but cannot be absolutely accurate. That's why computers cannot grasp the perfectly accurate location of the space shuttle. Again, in reality, the human-made standard is an illusion. Understanding the weakness of computers, NASA has introduced this system that makes them check with each other. In a sense, NASA sees through the limitations of human capability. Our perspective or ideas cannot be perfect. Without a criterion, we, humans, cannot even locate ourselves and easily get lost. We should also keep in mind that even the criterion merely works as a guideline. When it comes to humans, things are always like this. we are unable to clearly see the difference between reality and illusion. At the end of Shozomatsu Wasan, or the hymns of the Dharma ages, Shinran Shonin wrote the following poem. よしあしの文字をも知らぬ人は皆、誠の心なりけるを、善悪の字知り顔は、大空ごとの形なり。Now let me introduce its English translation. It reads, while person ignorant of even the characters for good and evil, all possess a sincere mind, I make a display of knowing the words good and evil. This is an expression of complete falsity. In short, Shinran Shonin laments his own dishonesty or vanity. He said that people who don't even know the kanji characters of good or bad are truly honest and sincere. On the other hand, even though I behave as if I know all about them, I am insincere and I know nothing about them. In Kansho as well, the following passages are recorded as Shinran Shonin's words. The English translation goes as follows. I know nothing at all of good or evil, for if I could know thoroughly as Amida Tathagata knows that an act was good, then I would know good. If I could know thoroughly as the Tathagata knows that an act was evil, then I would know evil. But with the foolish being full of blind passions in this fleeting world, this burning house, all matters without exception are empty and false, totally without truth and sincerity. The Nembutsu alone is true and real. What Shinran Shonin would like to say is that those who are not obsessed with words can keep their heart and mind pure. On the other hand, these who are argumentative and pretend to know everything are rather false. Shinran Shonin also says that Amida Buddha is the only one who knows about good and bad, because the Buddha is awakened to the truth and possesses the wisdom to see things as they are. The more stubbornly attached to your own view or perspective, the more difficult it becomes for you to escape from your own world of falsity. As a result, you suffer even more. However, we are not able to have many other criterion than ourselves. That is why Amida Buddha pledges to save us just as we are. Unlike Amida Buddha, we cannot see things as they are. We cannot help but judge things based on our own twisted views. We don't know the difference between reality and illusion. This sort of self-reflection is what we should keep in our minds as a Buddhist. So, in this limited time, I'm not sure if I was able to fully explain the topic of reality and illusion in the space shuttle and in the human mind. But I am truly delighted and grateful to have had this opportunity to meet all of you. Please take good care of your health in the midst of this ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sasaki-sensei. We all hope, I think, you achieve your 2 dreams in your life. Thank you very much for that talk. I know you probably spent a long, long time preparing that in English because it's your second language. We appreciate you, your message and all the time you spent to prepare it. Please rise now for Gatha Ondokusan II on page 76 in the Small Dharma School Service Book.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, 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 Namanda. Please be seated.
Are there any announcements?
Good morning, everyone. I got a couple announcements for you. I don't have the date, but there's actually a flyer in the back. The Boy Scouts are having their semi-annual e-waste coming up in October. So if you have old stuff, keep it around and bring it by in August. Again, there's a flyer in the back here. Second thing, next week is the first week of regular Dharma school and everything's back in session. So we expect to see a lot more people here. There'll be a lot more activity. Unfortunately, there's a bad coincidence. Next week also, the city of San Jose is holding their Viva Calle event. And so what that means is there'll be a whole bunch of people riding their bikes down Jackson. So 5th Street will be closed to Jackson. So if you're coming to the temple, please come from Taylor side. You won't be able to get through Jackson. And if you want to go to this event, it's pretty cool. There's just thousands of people on bikes. And they have these little stations around the people that they can stop and see things and do whatever. But it's pretty cool to see all these people going around the city of San Jose on this designated route. Lastly, today, please be careful when you exit. We have a fundraiser going on right now. It's a plate lunch fundraiser. We're trying to raise funds we'll be sending to the temple in Lahaina. Our temple there was completely destroyed. So we're going to be sending some funds. So there's a fundraiser going on. And there's actually, it's all takeout. So there'll be a lot of cars coming up on the street here in front to pick up their meals. And so please be careful crossing the street. There'll be a lot of people out there. Okay, thank you.
Good morning. Michael Jones. So on October 14th, Mina Namoda Group will be sponsoring an event, and we're going to show a film created by the Ichimi group down at Gardena Buddhist Temple. This is called A Profound Silence. It's a very moving video, short film. We don't have the specific time for the event yet. We're coordinating that with Reverend Amy Umezu, who will be coming up to help us introduce and answer questions. She was one of the ones who was participating in the making of the film. So please reserve that date, again, Saturday, October 14th. It'll be in the gym, and we'll give you more specifics as soon as we have them figured out. Thank you.
The fundraiser that's going on next door was originated with Gwen Aso. When the fire was being reported on Maui, she decided she wanted to do something, and so she began to organize this Lahaina bento. She had planned for 200 bento takeout, but there was 400 people responded, and so it's twice as much. And it is all takeout, and unfortunately, even if you go and say, I would like to buy a bento, it's not going to be available. But there will be other opportunities for us to help out in the Lahaina Maui fundraising. The Buddhist Church of America has on its website a good GoFundMe and a Kindful, I believe, links to make donations. And you can certainly make a donation here as well. But it's really nice to have something like this come from the temple to acknowledge the close relationship we share with other people, and that their concerns can be our concerns as well. So thank you to all the people who have ordered a bento. For those of you who have not ordered bento, sorry. Thank you very much, everyone, for your attendance today. Thank you. Please come up for shoko.
So again, next week is the first Dharma school session. So that's a 9:30 service. So then the adult service will begin at 10:10 rather than 10 o'clock. So that starts next week. Again, on behalf of the San Jose Buddhist Church Betsuin, I'd like to thank Sasaki Sensei for coming and speaking to us, and welcome his wife and his son here. We really appreciate you being here. And although this is his first time physically being here, he's actually watched service here. He was, right, correct? He said that he was wondering when he walked in, where's the camera? Because he watches the services from Japan. So we appreciate him joining us virtually, and he's been part of the Sangha virtually, so we appreciate that, and very pleased that he's done that. So that'll conclude our service. Please come up and do a shoko. Thank you very much. And there's refreshments in the garden, so please join us for refreshments afterwards.